Hello, and thank you for listening to the New Music Alliance. You just heard Joe O'Rourke with You'd Love Me Again. Before that, Frank Richard with Renewable Resource. And we started off with Peter Lehndorff with Don't Be Discouraged.
On the first Thursday of each month, it's a great opportunity to catch some excellent original local music at Holyoke Media's brand new state-of-the-art listening room in Holyoke, Massachusetts. The New Music Alliance and Holyoke Media are presenting the Open Stage Showcase, a curated event with singer-songwriters, duos, and trios performing their own original music. So join us April 9th for a free event that includes 7 outstanding Western New England performers, including featured performers like Xavier Serrano, Charlie Diamond, Firetown Road, and Seth Newton. That's on April 9th at Holyoke Media, One Court Plaza in Holyoke, Mass. And by the way, each musician who performs in the showcase will receive a professional multi-camera video of their performance. So if you're interested in performing, send a link to one or more of your original songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com and check our Facebook page for more information. So, Mark, we just heard Joe O'Rourke doing You Love Me Again.
Yes, we did.
Gee, it's always that little catch there. You say just the wrong word or two, and that's all it takes to ruin that relationship.
Oh, we've been there, haven't we?
Doesn't take much.
You're right. This has like a comedic little background on it. It kind of reminds me of like the Buck Owens and Roger Miller's songs, "Country with a Twang."
Yep, it's definitely a great country tune. It's got that, sort of little funny background and got that country twang. And yeah, I think the lyrics are perfect for the this melody as well. And Joe is out of South Deerfield, Mass, and the rest of the band is from several other Western Mass towns, East Hampton, Shutesbury. Joe actually doesn't, sing or play on this tune. In fact, not on the whole album he wrote. He just wrote the songs and decided that some of his other friends would be better suited to do the vocals and the drums. And so Paul Yandoli does a great job on the vocals here. Rich Kalane on guitar, also excellent job too.
Absolutely love this one.
And this is actually released also just at, I think late 2023 in the end of November. And it's on Cooleyville Records. Check it out. It's on Bandcamp. And before that, we had Frank Richard out of Brattleboro, Vermont, doing Renewable Resource.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Richard is an environmentalist at heart.
Yeah, well, this is kind of this is a environmental song with a wicked sense of humor. By the way, Tracy Grammer, Jim Henry, and Paul Kochansky all are joining Frank on this album that he did, and I'm sure some of them are on this particular tune. Yeah, this tune is just I love the tongue-in-cheek thing, the renewable resource. So yeah, what do you do if you want to save some energy? Well, hey, yeah, the way you move is pumping me up with a life force. Baby, my body and soul are on fire. Let's harness that energy.
I love how it's promoted as a part ecological song, part love song, and a rollicking bar band rocker.
Absolutely. This is I think it's a great idea. I wish we could harness that energy and power the world that way. Wouldn't that be a great world that way? And we started out with Peter Lehndorff, Don't Be Discouraged. And Peter's now out of Bristol, Connecticut, and he was a longtime Western Mass resident in Hampden, Mass. Actually, he just was inducted into our Central Western New England Songbook for his song Peugeot as being one of the best songs ever written by a Western New England artist. And actually, Peter just appeared in our open stage showcase with his band Soup Eater, which is a duo. And Yeah, this song is just, as most of his stuff is, just great tongue-in-cheek humor. He's just a master of it. He used to call himself a stand-up folk performer because he'd mix stand-up comedy and folk music.
Highly respected, and a lot of people consider him to be the Pioneer Valley's version of John Prine with his humorous songs. And I mean, it doesn't get better than "Don't Be Discouraged. It's bound to get worse."
Yeah, right. Nope, it doesn't get better than that. No. And you can see Peter coming up on May 31st at Luthier's Co-op in East Hampton, Mass. So for our next block, we've got songs by Appalachian Still, Andy Lepak, and we're starting out with Jay Johnson doing Grocery Store Flowers.